All right, here we go. Welcome to the Nois Bois show. I'm Trevor.
I'm Austin.
What are we talking about today, Austin?
Life stories,
Yeah.
experiences of our wonderful friend group.
Yeah.
Of Squad plus Luke.
Let's talk. What you got?
Well, I like to start with a name.
Okay.
It started on an Instagram post back in high school after a band concert. That it was like me, Luke, Zach, Nate, two other people that were just band friends.
Not part of the squad.
Yeah. And I just titled it Squad plus Luke. That was the caption.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of stuck.
Because we like to ostracise Luke in our group.
we love him.
But in a way, it's kind of put him up on a pedestal. Like all of our names are condensed into Squad. And then Luke has his own place in the title.
Well, now we have Squad plus Luke
with Jake and Adam. With Adam and Jake. Featuring Jake.
No, it's featuring college friends.
Right.
Jake just gets an and.
It's complicated. Squad plus Luke it just covers everything though. It's simplified.
Yeah, that's at its core. Everybody.
It's like you don't call Robert, you call him Bob.
Speaking of nicknames, boy, do we have some.
Yeah, we do. We already mentioned batteries.
Batteries, yes. We also had a while in our group mate. His name was the Bug Gay. Because he said whoever responds to this first has the big gay.
But he didn't say the big gay.
But he typed the Bug Gay.
And he spelled
and then
gay.
He spelled G-A-E. G-A-E. And then he corrected himself by saying big. And then he said, oh shit. Because he was the first person to respond.
And so then we forced him to change his name.
No one forced him. He just changed that.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him. The Bug Gay.
The Bug Gay. Your name... I don't really think anyone calls you this.
No,
but my contact name for me. Is Bone Marrow.
Bone Marrow.
Play on words off your last name.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. Then we also have our own fanfic nicknames, if you want to call it.
Well, it wasn't. Well, it became a fanfic.
Yes, it became.
We were at Ryan's house. Batteries'
house. Playing pool.
Well, we weren't playing pool. Other people were playing pool.
We were pretending to be the broadcasters.
You and I were casting it.
Yeah.
Right. And we were just kind of rolling with it as we do, and we had names for each other, like basic announcer names.
I was Phil.
And I was John.
Yes. And I don't remember what happened, but someone made a sexual joke. I think I made a sexual joke and you just kind of winked at me. And that's what got that started. And the whole joke about us being
gay lovers.
Intimate gay lovers undercover.
Yep.
That got started.
Wasn't one of us actually a terrorist
too? You were. And then
my name was actually Abdul.
Yeah, I was betrayed by you.
Oh my god.
You betrayed my heart.
Yeah, and that somehow stuck. I wish it didn't.
Mine, because in GroupMe, that's like our main form of communication with everybody.
Yeah.
Like my name
and you can change your name.
My name has just been Phil. And ever since then.
So
yours hasn't been John ever since.
No.
You little
I changed it once and I changed it back to John.
So now you're John once again. Who else? Zach.
This is probably my favorite one.
So the problem is that Tom never, I think even Luke never would spell his name correctly.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I can't say they wouldn't spell it correctly because his name is Zachary, spelled Z-A-C-H.
Yeah.
But
he goes by Z-A-C-K.
He goes by Zach, Z-A-C-K.
Uh-huh.
Or at least that's what we call him, and that's how we spell it.
That's how he spells it too.
But I think we're the only people that call him Zach.
Oh.
He goes by Zachary at work. I think his parents call him. Sometimes they call him Zach, but they'll call him Zachary. I think it's just an us thing.
Right.
But the point is that they would always. It's always been Z-A-C-K if it has been Zach.
Mm-hmm.
But Tom and Luke would always spell it Z-A-C-H.
Or Z-A-C.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But without knowing that his name is Zachary, Z-A-C-H.
Like completely ignoring
just
fact.
Because.
Yeah.
So then I made the joke that there was a silent B at the end of his name, that everyone was spelling it wrong. So it's like Z-A-C-K-B.
But the B is silent.
No, the B is silent. So it's just... So people started saying Zach B, but I'm like, no, the B is silent.
No, the B is silent. It's just Zach.
It's just Zach, but there's a silent
B. So it's only a nickname that you can type out.
Yeah, you can't say it because...
Well, I mean, you can't. We always say it.
I always intentionally say the silent B.
Think about the B whenever I say his name.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, and it's
Get
also
it,
it's
get
also
it, 'cause
funny
dumb has a silent P.
because Zach is
Okay.
the person who always he takes every word and just puts a B in front of it as well.
The emoji B.
Yeah,
He will always
No.
say, like, he'll say Bucket B
Bucket B
instead of Rocket League. I'll say Fortnite.
Fortnite Battle Royale.
Oh my god. He goes way too far with that.
It pisses you off too.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard him say it with Minecraft, though.
Mm-hmm. And then there are the men of many names. You and Connor.
Yes.
You have multiple nicknames because your names are just like they can just be anything else. So like Connor is the classic example. We call him Condor.
Well, I think it also works because his name's spelled with one N.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I don't know why. I've never seen another Connor with one
See,
N.
because he was the first Connor I knew, and I saw it spelled like that,
Right.
so I always thought Connor was always just spelled with one N.
Yeah.
So when
I like
saw
it better though. It
yeah,
looks better.
I think it looks better.
Yeah.
Than Connor with two N's. I don't know. Or people that spell Connor with an E, like Conner.
Ugh. No.
That's like people that spell someone spelled Austin like Austyn,
Mm-hmm.
and it hurt me
Yeah.
to be known as the same name as that
Austin.
person.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, people always spelled my name with like two E's instead of an O at the end. So it's
Trevor?
Trevor.
I get, well,
Which, I mean, it
English
sounds right.
English is a weird language.
English is
you know?
weird, especially when you're like in first grade.
Yeah. Back to Connor's nicknames.
It's Connor, Condor.
I never
Cancer.
call him Condor. I'd never called him Condor. I called him Cancer. Just I don't know why, but I did.
Yeah.
That was a nickname I had for him.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a reason for it.
I don't think so either. That's
It's
just
just
what I call him.
same with
sometimes.
you. Like we call you Oost
Well, Connor like basically
Because-
refuses to call me Austin.
because Connor talks like he has like
Connor's
like a baby voice. that
Connor's
he
the big
uses.
meme boy.
Yeah. Well, he's the small meme boy now.
Okay, no, I mean
He
as in
was the
he
big meme
he
boy.
actually takes on the part of a
Oh,
meme.
right.
Ryan's our
shitposts.
meme overlord, but Ryan doesn't take on the part of meme. Like, Connor is just a walking meme,
Mhm.
and so he calls me Oost or Uzbekistan. But
No,
like
I think
if
he
he's
called you Oost, and then we started calling you Uzbekistan.
no, he definitely had that nickname.
Okay.
He just never really called me it. He it was like something he would say occasionally, but like if he'll see me, he'll like look, it's an Oost, as if I'm like an animal.
Yeah.
Like Oost is a species that's like endangered. Like,
Right.
He should be in awe of it. That was a nickname that I was given.
Yeah.
I think we kind of gave you and Trevor nicknames of just your last names.
Oh yeah.
Because no one
Because
saying
Trevor M
saying,
and Trevor K.
saying Trevor.
Yeah.
And then both of
And
you
then
are what?
Adam always calls me by my last name, anyways.
Yes. Well, Adam has a weird way with words sometimes, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to get into that.
And then we also sometimes go by T squared.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what Rebecca calls us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Trying to think, are we leaving out anybody?
Nathaniel, Nathan Y'all.
Nathan Y'all. Well,
Because there's Nate.
there's
Nathan
Nathan
and
Nathaniel.
Nathan Y'all.
No, there's Nathan and Nathaniel.
Yeah.
So, but I call Nathan Nate sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But I think we usually call him Nate.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think I usually just call him Nate. I don't
But-
think he goes by Nate. We
Yeah.
just call him that. We just give people nicknames and they just kind of
They
have to
deal
suck
with
it up.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. There's nothing you can do about it.
Luke doesn't really have any nicknames.
I mean,
but,
he's got like
I
the
can
so, like the
segue.
1, 2. You know.
Oh yeah.
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 We did this. Tom introduced us to this thing that they
Was
did
it Tom?
Mhm. It was a swimming thing
Oh.
that he introduced us to, where they, if someone was a wimp, they would like flap their arms like this,
Like up and
I know
down.
it's an audio podcast, but let's say you
You know, your hands are flat on the table. You move them up and down, like you're
Essentially.
kind of like.
well, it doesn't have to be on a table,
Praying
but it's an
someone.
easy visual.
Yeah.
And you just kind of flap them up and down,
Yeah.
like probably like 50 degrees, and you just go, "What a bitch!" as
Mhm.
you hit the.
And we did that.
Well,
every,
you start up, and then it's
It
down.
doesn't. It yeah.
Down is what, and then up is and then down is bit. It's important that you get it like
you're
that.
right. You're right. Well, because we all synchronize it. Because
Yeah.
when we all sat at a table at the
They-
beginning of school, like because you get to school before classes actually start, so you have some like free time,
Mhm.
and so we
And
all sat at the
sit
table
around,
together,
like King Arthur's round table.
and Luke would always get there like late, and so whenever he got there,
no,
like
no,
the
no.
first
Nate
thing.
would always get there.
Well, that's true, but Nate just didn't get to participate. But Luke just always showed up a little bit later than a lot of us, and so the moment he sat down,
Well,
without
also,
saying
like,
anything to him, we would all go, What up,
No.
bitch?
It would be
Oh, yeah.
everyone would be like 1, 2, 3.
bitch.
There was one we wouldn't even like say it. It would just go and everyone just kind of understood what was going on.
Yeah, and I think it grew on him.
Yeah, I think he's grown to appreciate his isolation and his nicknames that we've given him.
Yeah. It's like I think at first it annoyed him, but then like it became like a thing that he was looking forward to every day.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see who else. Jake doesn't really have a nickname.
No,
He's just Jake.
Yeah.
And then Sean doesn't have a nickname.
We call him Birdie. His username is Birdie Jake because That's because he plays golf.
Oh, I thought that's just what he went by on his like Xbox.
No, it's because he was a big golf person.
Okay. But like I don't think those two have like names that like I would consistently call them.
Right. You just call him Jake.
Yeah.
Nate. What about Nate? We didn't talk about his nicknames.
Just Nate.
Just
That's
Nate.
pretty much it. Like
Nathan Gay.
We don't really use that as often, but that's how Tom likes to describe it. There's Nathan Y'all and Nathan Gay. For the two Nathans and Nathaniels. You know, it's I don't think it's used very often.
Yeah.
It is a way to if it's really hard to depict between Nathan and Nathaniel, you can use that. The two Nathan variations.
Exactly.
So those are our nicknames. We also have many interesting stories when it comes to our game that we play in person.
You mean Tats?
Yes.
Yep. We talked about that on episode 1.
0.
You're right.
Gosh.
And we kind of briefly explained it. It started out with 5 people, right? So there's
interestingly enough, the 5 people are the initials of the first initial of the name of the game.
Don't spoil all of our secrets. Tats. It's Trevor, Austin, Tom.
No,
No, Tom, Austin, Trevor, Zach.
Yeah, because we're very creative.
We were the people who created it. I mean, it sounds like a word.
It kind of does.
Like tattoos, tats. It has nothing to do with tattoos, but there's in the original group of 5, there is a cop, a serial killer, and 3 civilians.
We had no doctor back then.
And there was one like weapon in the middle for the serial killer, and he had to find and kill all the civilians by like just hitting them or like touching them with the weapon. And
but he couldn't kill the cop.
Yeah,
it was our own version of Cops and Robbers because Cops and Robbers is kind of
dumb. Yeah, and then the cop has to go around and collect like he's got 3 weapons that he uses. He has to go and grab them one by one and tag the serial killer.
It's kind of like the serial killer is like 3 hearts, but only one weapon can do damage to 1 heart.
Right, exactly. So it was basically just us trying to balance how long it took the serial killer to kill the civilians and how long it would take the cop to find and tag the serial killer.
Inside in the dark on our hands and
pitch
knees.
Black as much as possible.
Yeah.
Cover up the windows with blankets, every light turn off all the lights. So you really can't see. You can see a little bit. Like there's always like a little light coming from the TV or whatever.
Yeah, but usually we try and cover those up. Like remember we put blankets up over the like kind of windows next to the door in my house.
Yeah.
To eliminate as much light as possible, or like the light on the refrigerator.
And then we also put like because Zach has like these poles in his basement. And so we put pillows around it so you didn't like smash your head into it.
That would be awful.
But yeah, and then also when you die, you like never mind, that's not even accurate. Eventually, we added more roles. We added like a doctor, which is how we're gonna segue into the story you want to tell. We changed it because a 6th person joined.
We just had more people. We just had more people.
So we added another role, which was called Doctor, and the Doctor could revive civilians. And this made it so that if you die, you have to like make a sound, like so the doctor knows that you died.
Yeah.
And also the doctor is just like a civilian; he can be killed by the serial killer.
Yeah, but you don't want the serial killer to know if the doctor's dead, because then he knows he has free range to just like once I kill someone, that's it. Dead.
You don't have to worry about like listening to see if they come back alive.
Yeah. So. Because with Luke, what happened is
let's be fair, it was Luke's first time playing.
Okay. Well, anyways, Luke was the doctor, and he got.
It should be said, no one knows who is what role.
Yeah, no one
pick it out of
everyone. It's a blind roll, and we all stand around it like in a circle, and then the lights turn off, and then you drop to your hands and knees, and then you go.
Yeah.
And you just hopefully you have a memorization of the layout of wherever we are.
Yeah.
And Luke was the doctor, and he was fatally wounded Is that the right word?
Yeah. He was stabbed
Okay.
by the serial killer.
Yeah, he did. And
you're not supposed to talk when you're dead.
Yeah, you're not supposed, or when you're dying.
Yeah.
You're supposed to make a noise so people know that someone has died, but you're not supposed to exclaim that the doctor's dead.
The doctor's dead, guys.
And when he said that out loud, like there was a roar of everyone just going, like, Luke, what are you doing? Come on. And my favorite part about all of that is that my dad still remember that story. Like just being upstairs, he heard everyone
It's
shout.
like the next day.
He heard the doctor's dead, and everyone go, Luke. And Luke's an interesting character when we play this game. Like for example, when we were at your house, and he was the serial killer. And the way
we should explain the cop.
Well,
he
okay.
has 3 weapons, right? And you have
right.
to do them
he was
one
the
by
cop,
one.
not the serial killer.
You have to do them one by one.
Well, the point is that you don't know who the serial killer is, and you kind of have to, in order to make a real life game somewhat balanced and fair, you kind of have to like implement some like weird rules. And what we decided, especially because we're in pitch black.
Yep. You can't see who other people are.
And since the cop is invincible, he can't be killed. It's basically just a race between who's the cop killing the serial killer killing all the civilians.
Yep.
The cop, he has to indicate what number weapon he's on when he pokes someone.
So yeah, when you tag someone, you just say 1, and then if it's
two,
the serial
or 3,
killer,
or whatever you're on.
Yeah, and if it's the serial killer, they'll repeat the number back to you.
Yes.
To confirm that they were tagged.
So
and
I remember Luke was the cop and Zach was some civilian. No,
it was me. He kept tagging.
No, I thought it was Zach.
No, it was definitely me.
Okay. So he goes up to this was at your house, and he pokes him. He goes 1.
Yeah, he poked me. He goes 1.
1. And like the person's not responding, and eventually it's like, Luke, I'm not it. What don't you understand about this? And he's like, oh, sorry. It's like he just couldn't get it through his head that.
Oh no, I know why you're thinking of Zach. It was because he did it to me first, and I just like pushed him away.
Oh. Okay.
And then he went over to Zach and did the same thing.
Like right next to you.
Luke. Yeah.
Right next to you? Okay, that's why. Because I only heard Zach saying anything.
Yeah, you're right. Luke, it's not me.
Just 1. 1.
Yeah.
1.
Because also when you tag a civilian and you say 1, it kind of gives away where they are.
Yeah.
So the serial killer who's probably just hiding in wait and trying to not make sound, they are listening to where the cop is going and figuring out where these people are.
It's a fun game. It makes for many.
1. Luke, it's not me.
It makes for some interesting games. Like I think some of the fun ones are. Since I think my house has the most space when we play, when people are dead laying in the middle of like the open floor, like sometimes you kind of trip over them. Or I think my favorite thing that I did was when I was the serial killer, I was hiding in a corner and some civilian came and hid with me, and the cop came and he poked the civilian, but didn't poke me on the other side.
Oh yeah,
so
right. So you can use like someone's dead body as a shield.
No, he was alive.
Oh,
then I killed him and then ran away.
Oh, you were the serial killer, right? Yeah. I know that was a strategy though, where
you hide.
I would hide with someone else.
Bodies.
Like I would hide behind someone, and they would get stabbed eventually, but then they wouldn't stab me because they would just assume no one else was there because they're pretty much against a wall.
Yeah. I also remember the strategy of hiding along this like by the front door, because there's that wide open space that it's just like people don't know how close they are to the wall. So if they just kind of swing their hand, they assume they like got most of the area, even though they didn't. Also, another interesting story with Luke where we made every card like say serial killer, so that he would just pick this. He would pick it and think he's the serial killer, and we all. Decided that when the lights turned off, we were going to slowly sneak upstairs.
Yep, because you're not allowed to go upstairs in this game. You have to stay on the main floor.
It's just one floor, whatever floor we're on.
Yeah.
And since it's pitch black, he can't see. He can hear, but the whole point was that we'd be quiet going upstairs. And we all snuck upstairs, and he's like going around. He's like, I don't hear anything, and he's like complaining. And eventually, he turned the lights on and looked around and saw nobody. And that's when he realized that we were all gone.
Yeah, and then we all started laughing upstairs, and he heard us.
That was fun. I like that one.
Yeah. But yeah, Tats. It's a brutal game. Like
on your knee. Well,
because you learn you gotta wear long pants to play this game.
We
also started tying towels around our knees because your house, though it is the biggest one to play on, it's mostly hardwood floors.
It's all hardwood floors on the first floor now. It wasn't always like we used to have carpet in the dining, living, and TV room,
Yeah,
but not anymore. I much prefer carpet because
it's nicer.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
It's hard to keep clean,
technically wood floors are nicer and they look nicer. I just like carpet.
Yeah. But basically, it's a lot of like kind of charging blindly at people,
And hoping you don't hit a wall.
hoping you don't run into a wall or a chair or something.
Or accidentally hit someone in the face.
Right.
I know you wanted to talk about this.
This is where I'm getting to. So Ryan, you have this table in your living room, which is it's like a coffee table, but there's also some like room under it.
Yeah.
So you can like hide. So some people occasionally hide under it, but it's not like just like it doesn't have legs. It has like a kind of bottom too that you can put stuff on. And so people hide like inside of it basically.
Wait, which table?
The table in your living room.
No, that one has legs on it.
Oh, okay. But
no,
anyways.
the one in the TV room, it's just like a giant base, but that has drawers that's filled with like movies.
Yeah, yeah. But people hide under that table, that coffee table in your living room.
Yeah.
And Ryan was under there. And the serial killer was just feeling like extra, like they really wanted to kill all these people, And so they were just
I was the one that, I don't know if
was it you?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I was the one that hit him.
What happened?
I was feeling around. I don't even know if I was the serial killer, but I was like, I don't know what I was doing, but basically as I swung my hand, I nailed him in the face, and I popped the lens out of his glasses.
And he didn't even realize until the round ended.
I mean, I'm sure it hurt. I don't know if he knew what happened.
I know, he didn't realize his glasses were broken.
Yeah. But then another time, I don't know if it was at my house again, but I hit him in the face again and knocked his glasses off.
Yeah.
So he just starts taking them off every time. I take them off too.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit.
Because it doesn't matter if you have glasses on. If it's pitch black, you probably just can't see anything.
Yeah, but also the problem is that it's pitch black. If you get nailed in the face, you can't see it coming, and the other person doesn't see that they're doing it.
Right.
So that became like a big issue that we just decided to completely avoid by removing it. Yeah, I think that's enough for tats.
Other than like the whole thing where we tried to make a video game for it and it didn't really work out. Just we didn't have like enough time.
We had high aspirations. And not a lot of
motivation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's tats. That's become like a big thing. What else do we do?
We like to take car rides.
Car rides, yeah.
I think one of my favorite ones was when we went to Domino's whenever Sean was driving, and we had 6 people in a 5-person car.
So, right, and Tom was like
so
laying
we
across.
laid Tom across.
We should explain. Tom is he's not a big boy. He's a tall boy. He's the 3rd tallest. I think it's Ryan, Sean, Nathaniel. Oh no, Sean.
4th tallest.
So Ryan, Sean, Nathaniel, then Tom. And they're all very tall. They're all like significantly
6'4",
over 6 feet.
6'3".
Yeah.
I think Ryan's the tallest. I think Ryan's 6'4". Everyone else is like 6'3".
Yep.
I think
Tom's like 6'1", maybe.
No, I think Tom and Trevor K are like 6'2".
Okay.
And then it's like Connor's like 6'1", and then I'm 6
And then
foot.
we're all like
I'm 6 foot, and then
I'm 5'9".
everyone else beneath me is like not 6 foot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, for some reason, the tallest person laid across everyone in the back of the car.
Yeah. And
was I driving?
No, Sean was driving. It did happen again. It did happen another time where you were driving. And Tom also decided to lay across the front. But what happened is that since he was so tall, we had to open up the windows for his feet and head to stick out. I think he ended up putting his head back in and just stuck his feet out the other end. Yeah. But it was funny because we were bringing pizza back, and there was no reason why we needed all 6 of us to leave to go get it. But we decided to go and do it anyways. And then the other time, I think we were driving back from karaoke from round 1, and we were in your car, and you were driving. I'm pretty sure Trevor K was in the passenger seat, and I don't know who was in the back, but Tom was laying across. Again.
We were blasting trap remixes of children's TV shows, and I was kind of like, I
told you to start swerving, to the music, and you started doing it, and
because it was like late at night.
Yeah, it was
past midnight. There's no one out. I was still staying in the lane. It was just like turning quickly. Yeah. And Tom laying across everyone. Everyone just getting like thrown around.
Also, okay, so something with Tom
that was very loud.
With sitting in back seats. There's a time where I don't know who it was, but there were 3 of us. It was me, I think Brian, and Tom, and we went to go drive somewhere. Ryan sat in the passenger seat, and I was driving. And I mentioned something about how, like in movies and TV shows, when there's 3 people, one person always sits in the middle in the back. And I said that's like so unrealistic because no one does that. And then ever since then, Tom always sits in the middle when there's 3 people and he's sitting in the back by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it bothered me because since he's so damn tall,
Yeah.
I can't see out of my rearview
Right.
mirror. And it's just like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, he's not going to move. I could probably physically move him, but I know he'll just move back.
Right. This is how Tom works. He likes to be difficult for the sake of being difficult.
Tom is like, if you were ever to meet someone whose name was Devil's Advocate, it would be Tom.
Yep.
He's what is it, like chaotic neutral or
chaotic evil?
Well, no. He said he's like something disguised
probably
as
chaotic
chaotic
neutral.
evil. Like he likes to make it look like he's just trying to cause chaos at all costs, but he says that he has a certain like moral code or something that he follows that he'll never go outside of. Right. I don't know if I believe it because it's Tom, but I don't think he'll ever say what that code is. Yeah. So he could change it at any time to bend to whatever he wants it to. But yeah, he's
we're in the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, I guess if you want to. But yeah. Tom likes to act like a computer. He can't interpret anything. Mm-hmm. And he'll always just purposely be like I said, devil's advocate. He'll be annoying and he'll do anything to just counter whatever you're trying to do just because he can. I don't know why. Yeah. But I've gotten to the point where I just say like, shut up. Like I know you're doing this on purpose. Yeah. I'm not going to deal with it.
Yeah, so another thing we occasionally do when it's late at night and we're bored is we go to Trevor K's house and we grab his boot. Because he frequently...
No. It's not his. It's mine.
Oh, is it?
The walking boot?
Oh, yeah. No, that's right.
It's mine.
It was his the first time because he was actually crippled because he twisted his ankle. But then we continued getting yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say. Because the one that he usually uses, I just keep in the back of my car because I just never bother to take it out of my trunk. Well, actually, my family, they cleaned out the trunk one after I went to college. So. Yeah, but basically, Trevor K went to Sky Zone, which is a trampoline park, and he twisted his ankle. I think he landed, his foot went
sideways.
No, you know how there's squares, like pads? Oh, yeah. And then there's like springs that hold him, and then there's the padding over it. Well, his foot landed and went underneath that padding, and he fell back. And I think it was the same ankle that got messed up when he got high load in football, where he was running and someone hit him high in front and someone was rolling on the ground and fell behind him. Mm-hmm. So it's like as he's getting pushed backwards, someone's like hitting his feet forwards. So he kind of like his ankle got stuck underneath. Yeah. So that was like not fun to watch. Yeah. But he put it to good use because we took that cast and we went to Walmart and he got in one of those like driving Which thingies. They don't even care if you're crippled. You can just walk in them anyways. I don't know why he feels the need to grab the
well, because he's clearly not an old, large person.
Yeah, but I'm saying that like I could go up there and just walk in, take a cart, and they'd be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
like, they don't
I guess.
They don't get paid enough to care.
But yeah, we made some pretty good Snapchats with that thing. Like,
I don't know if I'd ever like seen Snapchats from it. I just know we went there, but also usually we get split up because we're trying to hide from someone in Walmart.
That's true.
Didn't
we try to like ditch Luke or Tom?
Didn't Tom and Trevor K get yelled at for playing with was it the bicycles?
I don't know.
I just remember they got yelled at and
oh yeah, one of them was like riding a tricycle around. I think that was Tom. And we just like
we all ran away from him.
Yep. I remember.
Okay, so there's a time where I was at Walmart with an unnamed person.
well, you just won't name them for certain reasons.
And they were there for the reason to get condoms.
Yep.
And while we were there, lo and behold, we run into his girlfriend's parents.
Was his girlfriend there too?
No.
Okay.
It was just her parents. I think her brother might have been there. And when that happened, me and I'll say it, that Zach was the other person I was there with. We ran away.
Not the one getting condoms.
No, he wasn't the one getting them. Zach and I were there with this person. And Zach and I ran away. because we didn't want to deal with him. We thought it was really funny to leave him in that awkward
Did they like
social
see him
situation.
while he was like?
They didn't know they
grabbing
had
him?
it. We were just walking.
Oh, okay.
I think he had already grabbed him.
Okay.
We were, as we usually do at Walmart, messing around and walking like in the back area towards like all the toys and sports and
Right.
child stuff equipment, all that jazz that's in the back. And we ran into this person's girlfriend's parents, and we just thought it was funny to just leave him in that situation because
Aw.
it's like in his pocket.
Yeah.
Like he has this like hidden from them, and it's kind of like an awkward situation to be like, yeah, you know, I'm
Yeah.
just here at Walmart.
I mean, I'm sure they
with
assume
my
at this
friend.
point, but you know, you don't want to ever like
It's still okay.
check it out. I'm
Even if you assume
nailing
it's
your daughter.
it's never something you want to just be like if it's not if it hasn't been talked about, you don't want to talk
Right,
about it. I think
right.
that's how it works. Yeah, I wanted to share that story because I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
To just put someone in an uncomfortable situation like that.
Oh man. Speaking of uncomfortable situations,
Oh, nice segue.
thank you. We were at your house outside. We were playing kick the can. Right?
Oh, I remember. I was asleep for this. I wasn't actually out there, was I?
Oh no, you weren't.
I
That's
heard
right.
about this the next
Yeah,
day.
because your sleep schedule is awful. You go to bed at like 4 a.m.
Yes.
and you go to and you wake up at 4 a.m.
No.
No, you go to bed at 4 a.m. and you wake up at like noon.
Yeah, but there are also times where, like now, where I'm going to bed at like I want to go to bed at like 9 or 10 p.m. and I'm up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But I
It's-
might have
it's
just been
weird.
tired. I don't.
Yeah,
think-
you were just tired, or maybe you didn't want to go outside because it was cold or something. But we were playing
Wait,
kick.
well, hold on. Was this the night you guys drew a bunch of
Yep.
inappropriate stuff with the
Yeah.
chalk on the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
People were not happy with that.
Yeah, people. What do you mean, people?
The neighborhood parents
Oh,
were not happy. I heard it from my mom.
oh, interesting. We didn't. What did we draw? We didn't draw anything like inappropriate.
I just like no one wants to go outside and see a giant chalk dick. Right.
It wasn't a
outside.
chalk. I don't think there was one.
You guys drew. I know you guys drew stuff with chalk out there. I don't know what it was exactly, but.
I think we drew like
But,
a.
but like you give teenage boys any kind of drawing material on a blank canvas, the first thing that comes in their mind is penis.
Yeah, maybe. But anyways, we were also playing kick the can, which is like where there's a can in the middle and one person's guarding it, everyone else is like hiding.
Okay.
And if you get spotted, they can call out your name, and if like they call out the right person, you're out, basically. So you need to. Also, when you call out their name, you need to tap on the can.
Okay.
So basically,
Like with a hand or a foot.
with a hand.
Okay.
So basically, what happens is you kind of wait for the person to not look and like kind of step away from the can a little bit, and then you try to run at the can as fast as you can and kick it before they can tap on it and call your name out.
Okay.
And so
That
it was
seems like a really easy way to break some fingers.
yeah. Well, usually you can tell if they're gonna make it before you. It's not ever very close.
Okay.
It's either like they get you or they don't. But you know, it's a quiet game and it was late, so that's mostly why we played it, because it was quiet and it was dark.
Mm-hmm. Were you in the cul-de-sac? Right.
Yeah, we were like just on the street, like outside your house, a bit to the right,
Like by the
toward the
entrance?
cul-de-sac,
Okay.
but not like
Okay.
in it. And when like something kicks off and when someone charges it, it gets a little bit loud. Like maybe the person who's guarding the can, might like start yelling the person's name, like trying to run at the
Mhm.
can to tap it or whatever.
Okay.
Even though we were trying to be quiet, it's just like it happens. And you have a neighbor who's probably
Well, okay.
unstable.
Were they down? Are they the one down the street?
Yeah.
Like if you go out, turn right, and you go straight, that
I
house
think
at
so.
the end. Okay. Yeah,
They,
that makes sense.
they came outside. Like not they didn't like yell out from the doorway. They like walked out like onto the sidewalk and they like screamed at us saying that they were gonna like call the cops and like that like we were gonna get shot or something. It was bad.
Interesting.
And we went inside because obviously
Yeah.
we were like, I don't think it required that much like of a meltdown. We just like maybe yelled someone's name once and like
We've got
down the street
two
from them.
houses.
It was maybe like, I mean, it was like 11, let's say.
We've got
And it was on a weekend.
We've got two houses to the right of mine. If
Yeah.
you walk out that have some interesting neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have been one of those two. But I understand there was also a time where the house at the very end of the street, like at the thruway intersection when we were kids. Some guy was just mooning everyone out the window.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. He was just mooning everyone. Another time with the house, if you're like just going to enter the cul-de-sac, the very first house on the right, they've got like some stingy old people there. And it was like 7 p.m. on a summer night.
Yeah.
And this was probably when I was in like middle school or elementary school, and like I used to have friends that lived at the house at the end of the street, but before they moved away, and we were all playing like whatever. We were just kind of like riding bikes around doing whatever, and they basically like threatened to call the cops on us for a noise complaint.
Yeah.
Like,
what time of day was it?
At 7 p.m. on a summer night. I'm like, really?
People need to get over.
I'm like,
themselves.
are you eating dinner?
Yeah.
Like, can you not be disturbed at all during this time frame? Like, what is, like why? Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. It's like neighbors suck sometimes.
Neighbors do suck.
We've got this old couple. Like, they never do anything for like Halloween or Christmas or anything, or like nothing. They never decorate their house and like be festive or. I don't know. It's just I always remember every year on Halloween. I was like, I'm just gonna skip that house. Like the lights are off. There's nothing outside. Like they're not.
It's just a
answering
waste
their
of time.
door. Yeah, it's like there's no point of even trying. But
yeah, I had So I live next to a home that is usually rented.
Really?
Yeah. So one of the two houses next to me is one that's rented.
Okay.
One on the end of the street.
Okay.
And it. So frequently, like, people stay for like maybe 2 years, 3 years. The family who's there right now has been there for a while. They might have even bought the house. I don't know. But there were a couple of families before, and like one of them was noteworthy. It was I think it was like a mother and 2 kids. They were like a year apart. And they were much younger than me, but like, so like I might have been in late elementary school, and they might have been in like very early elementary school, like kindergarten.
Okay.
And all I know is the cops like frequently showed up at their house. Like it was a regular thing.
That sounds like some CPS, like Child Protection Services type stuff.
It was messed up. I still to this day don't know what happened, but I know eventually, maybe like the 4th time, they took her. Like they took the mom.
The mom. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
okay.
in the back of the cop car. And then we
was
never.
Was there a husband? Like
I maybe. I don't know. There was someone. There had to have been. They couldn't.
I don't think you just leave. All right. Well, hope you guys are okay.
All I know is I remember like
3 days.
seeing this happen because I was like coming home from school when she was getting taken like away, and like the kids are like in the window like crying, and it was just so.
I mean, I would if my mom was being taken away.
But, like I just want to know what happened. It's crazy. She never came back.
All right. I don't think I've ever had something like that happen.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, for the most part, my neighborhood's been fine. Like, we just have those 2 like kind of sucky houses.
Yeah.
Like outside of that, like, yeah, I haven't had any issues. Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that was it. There's nothing else that's ever happened really.
I will say my only like quote unquote issue is pretty much there are no guys in my neighborhood that are my age. There's like one guy is like a year younger, but we used to be friends. We don't really talk anymore since like high school.
Ryan.
Well, okay, excluding Ryan.
Yeah.
Excluding Ryan. Because, that's why I said there aren't many.
Right.
Most of them are female.
Okay.
And like...
Score!
Not that...
I'm kidding.
Not that type of female.
Okay. What do you mean?
They're just like, they're not people I'm like physically attracted to at all. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Yeah,
okay?
that's fine.
And then there were 2 guys that were like a year older than me, but like we never had any similar interests at all. And like outside of that, there were like no guys in this neighborhood.
Right.
Like I have to go. I think most people that probably closest is the next one over. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it was just like I had like nobody that I could just go outside and just like hang out with that were like guys.
Yeah. What other stories do we have? You wanna talk about the number 7?
The number. So, this was me, Zach, and Nate were at my house, and Zach's doing one of those complete bullshit math and magic tricks, where it's like, basically, it's one of the tricks where you always get the same number.
Yeah.
And I could tell what was going on. I knew it was happening because I was like not surprised at all when at the end he said like, "Is your number?"
Well,
or
yeah.
he said like, "Asked what your number is," and I was like, "Huh, I got 7." Ha. And Nate, like completely shocked, stands up and slams the table and goes, "No way, you got 7 too!" Like he had no idea how Zach had gotten to this point. It's like literally you could just be like multiply your number by 0 and add 7.
Yeah.
Like that simple. And Nate like completely, it just went over his head. Like he had no clue what's going on.
You got 7 too.
It's just one of the biggest memes of our friend group that oh my god, I just don't understand like how
Nate is one of the people, is a person who is funny because he's just kind of oblivious sometimes.
Nate's one of those people that is funny without trying to be funny.
Right.
Like just by existing and saying things, he's hilarious. And he's also one of those guys that when he thinks of something funny and he tries to explain it and he just laughs.
Yeah.
And it'll happen while I'll be in like an Xbox party and he's trying to explain something and it's like, yeah, so
yeah, exactly.
And he'll start wheezing and like everyone's like, what are you trying to say? And he'll go on for like 20-30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like no one, and he can't get it out. I don't know how.
Freshman year of high school, I had study hall and lunch consecutively with Nate. Like 4th period, 5th period. And it took him probably a week to try to explain to me what he was laughing so much about. I'm not even exaggerating.
He'd come back the next day.
Here's what he was laughing about. Yeah, he could just never finish it. But here's what he was laughing about. He had this idea that you could leave like a pile of nuts on the ground and to like attract squirrels, right?
Okay.
But it was a trap. And so if the squirrel went to the nuts, it would set off like a tripwire that would set the squirrel's tail on fire. And he thought the idea of a squirrel with a flaming tail just running around and squeaking was the funniest thing he's ever thought of. It took him a week.
Is there anything more Nate than that?
That's exactly Nate. If you need a summary of Nate, that's it.
I love him.
I love him too.
He's
my favorite. I think he makes me laugh more than anyone else in our group.
Without trying.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like he's like the point of like not trying to be funny. Like it's just he's just someone you just laugh at.
Yeah, and it's like he says stupid stuff, but he understands that it's stupid, and he never like it never bothers him either. Like
no, like he just
super
thinks it's
cool
funny.
with it.
Yeah, it's like Connor's always positive. Nate's always like laughing.
Like if we're talking about this, like, oh, Nate's so stupid, he doesn't get you just get 7 every time. Nate is, if he's listening to this, he's laughing his ass off.
Yeah, and he's like, and then he oh my god, just the 7 thing is just an incredible story.
Oh man.
That's one of Nate's lowlights of his life, I would say.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we're ever gonna forget that. We're never gonna let him live it down.
Never. Oh, also one of the things he finds hilarious recently is the meme with like Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And
I think it's
with the two. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I posted in the group chat like whenever it first happened, like with no context. We weren't talking about it or anything. I just posted a meme that I thought was funny, and it's like where
it's like one of them says, "This is where the fun."
Yeah,
begins.
it's Anakin in a spaceship going like about to.
It's like the lava scene, isn't it?
I don't remember.
I'm sorry, I'm not a Star Wars expert.
I don't remember the exact scene, but he says this is where the fun begins.
And it's changed to say this. It's like when you're eating a hot dog, and you like
the
take
top
the first,
text is like when you're eating a hot dog.
And it's like when you take the first bite and you say this is where the bone begins. And Nate thinks that is the funniest thing to like ever exist. Like
he says it all the time.
Like, this is where the bone begins. And he says it just like that. Like this is where the bone begins. And he thinks it's hilarious. I don't know why, but it like to him the fact that someone literally just says that this is that like, hey, the bun is beginning now in my hot dog. Like that's just hilarious to him.
We're about to take a bite of my hot dog. This is where the bun begins.
But no, you guys say this is where the bun begins.
Where the bun begins.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't get that guy.
It's good. Oh, okay. So it was Christmas about a month ago, and
I was like, what?
We're totally not pre-recording these. Don't worry. It will be Christmas about a month ago. Got any cool Christmas stories?
Yes, I do. So my sister, she's always whenever like growing up, and I don't think she does this anymore, but she would always like count the number of presents that each of us got, as if like she needed to make sure that she had the same or more than I did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why she felt the need to compare, but she did. And she was also she wasn't very patient with her stuff. And I love watching through these like old videos that my parents have of us where she's like, one year she got like this like giant Minnie Mouse doll, and it was like underneath a pile of things, and she's standing on top of the pile of things, like even like this doll, or not doll, that is not the right word, it's like a stuffed like
Animal.
Minnie Mouse, and it's like bigger than her, and she's standing on this pile of stuff, like pushing it down and trying to yank the Minnie Mouse out. Like she's trying to get it out, but she's standing on top of it, and she can't. And she's like getting frustrated. She's like, "Come on, Minnie, get out!" Like, she doesn't understand, like, you know, that the part that she can't see, she's standing on top of, and like she's gonna like rip its head off. Also, she one year she got a tricycle, and it had like you know, it's got like a bar on the front where the handles meet, and it's got a foam wrapping around it, and then it's got a decorative wrapping around it, and she's like twisting it like it's a motorcycle, and she like yanks the decorative part off, like not even 3 seconds within getting it. It was just funny because my dad's like, all right, not even a minute in, you're already breaking your toys. Cool. I just thought it was funny because she's just always super impatient about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I never really, I was just like, you know, cool, we'll go downstairs. I guess if I get stuff, that's cool. Like,
you know, if there's anything there, whatever.
I'm like, thank you guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I was never the person to go and count stuff. I was like, I'll sit here.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, you know my sister. I love you, Katie.
Drop her name too.
It's fine. We have our own.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be so easy for someone to like figure out where we live and everything.
Dude, you think we live in Illinois?
No way. The Nois Boys living in Illinois? No.
Illinois. Hold on. Okay, I have a quick story about that.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my professors this year, because apparently it's a thing that people that aren't from Illinois pronounce the S in Illinois.
It's crazy.
Like my dad, when he didn't know it was pronounced Illinois until he met my mom. And one of my professors was talking, and he said Illinois, and I wanted to die on the inside. I wanted,
might be a little bit of
I also wanted
reaction.
to kill him because I was like, that's not how you pronounce it. I know English is a stupid language, but that's not how you pronounce it.
That'll bring you to murder.
Yeah. I'm like, this will bring my grade up, right?
Oh my god.
It just bothers me that, and you know, a lot of things bother me.
Right.
I have many pet peeves, but oh god, just it's, I don't know why I don't know why a lot of things bother me, but
should we talk about where Nois Bois title came from?
Okay, yeah. So I have a friend at college. I go to college out of state. I think I've said before.
Ohio State
University.
The
That's a big joke here.
Yeah.
And one of my friends, I was telling him about like my friend group. You know, we go like, oh, you got a decent sized group, and he like Illinois. You know, as in like if you pronounce an S, it's Illinois. And he said he started calling you guys the Nois Boys, and I was like, oh my god. That sounds incredible. That's perfect. I want to call us the Nois Boys instead of Squad Plus Luke. Even though I was the one to come up with Squad Plus Luke. And I don't think anybody really wanted to use it. So there hasn't been any official change in name. Any official change to our unofficial name.
Yeah.
But we decided it would be a good title.
For the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had no ideas.
Right, and we're definitely going to have like guests on and stuff. I think next episode we're going to have Connor join us.
Yes, the music boy.
The music boy.
Yeah.
The music noise boy.
Stop.
Nois boy?
I don't like that.
Nois boy?
No. You're killing it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not in the good way.
Sorry, Dad.
Whoa. Okay, John.
Wait, what? What kind of relationship is this?
I'm Phil, you're
John. Oh no, but you can't be my dad and my gay lover.
I mean, Alabama.
Good lord.
The Bama boys.
Bama boys. Oh god. This is falling apart.
I'm sorry.
You're good. I think we could probably wrap it up if you want.
And just cut it all out.
Just cut it all out. Start over.
Yeah.
Delete this and go again.
Just
that little tiny part. Just the rest of it's ruined.
Yeah, re-record the whole show.
Oh man. Okay. Well, yeah, that was a podcast. That was the Nois Boys show.
Life, your stories,
Episode 2.
experiences, mostly Squad plus Luke experiences.
Yeah.
I love that name.
We'll have some more of those. We'll have some more stories to share.
We definitely will.
Yeah.
There's quite a few.
All right.
There's many.
Well, see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Goodbye.